Anything in this video will be spoilers towards RDC's production. Imagine that. You have been warned. Do not watch this straight on my head. I have my hair too, and I don't like how I look too much. The story starts with Mark, the main character, and his two companions, Desmond and Helen. Mark brings his friends to a location where he's been having these dreams of a certain book. Him and his friends go and meet people in the heat of battle. Fighting their way through, Desmond gets the book, and like as if he has been taken over, kills Helen. And a year later, Mark is consistently trying to kill Desmond, getting injured but healed from his partner, Jennifer. Jennifer, who is always home, decides to go with Mark on his always solo missions. During this, they encounter a guy named Dylan, who is carrying a destruction book. They get distracted, causing the three of them to get captured by the Imagine Agency. The two agents who capture them are Ben and Ippy. Desmond does a surprise attack to everyone in the car. Arriving at the end of his attack, Desmond states that Mark killed Helen and he is trying to avenge her. Now, starting off with the story, we notice Desmond and Mark fighting. Mark initiating the fight, obviously, with a baddie being the trap. Clever guy. We notice that Mark has a time limit on basically what he can use certain weapons for. He has creation book. Shouldn't he be able to create all weapons? We can see later in the film that he is able to create people and able to create apartments with ease, and it looks like they stay there forever. Same with Desmond. When Desmond creates weapons or swords, he doesn't have a time limit like Mark. He just creates them and they stay, assuming he doesn't have a time limit. So why is Mark's creation book is not the same, and why is Desmond able to create? Well, I think it's a difference between weapons and basically locations and people. I think the creation book can create things from basically people, places, and vehicles and stuff like that. But the destruction book, explosions, and I guess we would say katanas, swords, guns, and stuff like that would be considered as destruction because they kill and destroy. Every time someone enchants or uses their spell in the book, they draw a line on the words, I guess, to confirm it. Mark had pre-lines drawn in his own, so I guess he can summon them when he wants. Mark being more tactical, as Ben, that Desmond didn't say that, Ben said that. Mark being more tactical, Mark obviously knows some things that the series has yet to tell us. Basically, what I believe is that Mark is trying to combine books. He's trying to bring books together to make an even stronger book. But the very beginning of the series, we can see Mark in an all-white room looking at this stick with a couple of leaves on it in a vase, and he's looking at a book. This book is thick and it has a picture of a tree on it. Now, Jennifer's book also has a picture of a tree, but her own is green. It looks more like life. Mark's own, I say his tree looks more like power or darkness. I don't know. It just doesn't look like her one. It's like similar, but more different. We can see Mark's current book being a sun with a moon inside of it. The destruction books being blank. We didn't get a look at Leland's book, but we can assume it's some kind of checker piece type of design. We can kind of make the assumption that Mark has found a way to combine books and make an even stronger book. This would explain why he has a creation book and is able to make destroying weapons, but only for a time limit. It could be a side effect from only combining one book with a creation book. Maybe combining more books would give him more time, or maybe it could even lead to him not having a time limit at all. Were they trying to kill him and then take his book away from him and then combine it with Mark's book? If Mark was that evil, it would kind of back up the fact that he killed Helen. But Jennifer was surprised to know that he killed Helen. It's all in theory. Helen might not even know Mark's true motives, and he might be just keeping her around just to heal him, then taking her book away from her and combining it with his book, making the big thick book we see. But what does the small little tree represent? What if that represents his body not being strong enough to get it? In the very beginning of the movie, Mark has a dream. In this dream, he goes to the tree and he could get the book and all this stuff, right? But at the end, we learn that it wasn't Desmond who got to the book first. It was Mark. So it wasn't Mark who got beat up by all those people. It was Desmond. And it wasn't Mark who had the dream. Desmond had the dream. Maybe Desmond was destined for the book and Mark wasn't. Mark not even being the one chosen for the book, maybe his body wasn't made for it. That's why he has a time limit? Maybe. Maybe he was only meant to have the creation book, but him wanting the destruction book too and only having a time limit, he decides, I just want all the books now. And he wants to become this all-powerful person, collecting books and using Jennifer to heal him when he needs it. He states that, hey, we're going to be enemies to Jennifer in the middle of the series, but they just laugh it off. Maybe Mark was serious. Maybe he actually plans, when he gets strong enough to not need Jennifer anymore, to kill her off and combine his book with hers. In the series, we see Mark hearing his book say destruction and creation. When Jennifer says, is he close, we immediately assume it's Desmond she's talking about. But then we cut to a scene of them going to Dylan. Is he referring to Desmond or is he referring to the person actually creating the destruction books? Maybe it's an all-powerful book that's creating books. And that's the one Mark wants. So basically what I'm saying is I believe that Mark is combining books somehow to make better books. Maybe killing someone who has a book can automatically suck up the powers from their book into your book. And maybe that's why he killed Helen, because Helen contained the book and he just wanted her power. And the creation book was like, nigga, you want that power, don't you? Nigga, you want that power, don't you? Yeah, go ahead and kill her. You know, maybe Desmond has a strong amount of power and killing Desmond will lead to him having even more power. Either way, we know Mark. I feel like Mark's main goal is power. And I can't wait to see where the series goes. Shout out to RDC World. Y'all niggas do y'all thing with that series. It really showed like y'all skills and VFX effects and acting, nigga. Y'all did y'all thing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm proud. Y'all niggas my favorite YouTubers, and I'm proud to say that yet again. Y'all keep on doing y'all thing. I'ma be up there with the directors one day. Y'all gonna see me. Y'all gonna see me up there, the directors, and I'll be like, yo, y'all RDC? I used to watch y'all niggas when I was 7 and make y'all niggas feel old as hell. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. That's all the theories. I think I might have forget one or two, but I'm not coming back to explain them. When part 2 comes out, I may do another one of these. Who knows? I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible, like 7 minutes or so, because I don't want to take up too much time. Thank y'all, and bye. Also, around the end of the series, we see Dylan, who got shot in the neck, get healed by Jennifer. Did he make an escape? I have no idea.